Yo, de ke abranda bi wo gbenye kemba KCTV. Be KCTV no no ke banye gbe no mene jakashi. O Minister for Local Government and Chieftaincy Religious Affair ni eje gan Manchester mi ni eba wo Kpone Landfill site kuni eba kwe na gbako ni akefun ehie ni eba kwe kuni akweboni abafe ni aba tawo chaba no amno ne ni kebo yuo eke tema Metropolitan Assembly Mayor neji wonye Ebi Bright ke Kpone Morton legimoni amefata wo minister ni akebana ba kwe neke landfill site ni New York we koni ato chaba ke ko na gba enwo maso akokwe KCTV no kwe boni ni bi ba yale ani to boni ko ye KCTV na mo ne wana ke wo che yishi ni nga MCE ke mayor se ni to ke nga mefe ni ame chami ke ya kuna akwe na gba ni ka fun ehie na akwe no ne abanye afi ye no komo KCTV be ni wo ke mene slamo aloshishiramo ni no ye Kpone landfill site no chole bola no jino ni me bola no be no jino ni ona ni ya no ni engineer ni ko no chumo no ye jeme atawole ko ni akele akpasanya lo bla ni bi kuma himhie keton ame wo komo KCTV be ni film no ya no ne ra don
No, she's taken from the back.
Visit to the landfill site, and the reason for this visit is the fact that we have been informed by our technical officers in the ministry that almost all landfill sites in Accra are full capacity, and that we are not careful in the next few days or a couple of weeks with diesel prices in the whole of Greater Accra region. So we met as a team in the ministry, and the minister decided that we have to come and see what is happening at first hand. So I will begin to have discussions as to how we are going to prevent any calamity or disaster from striking the Greater Accra region as far as the matter of representation is concerned. This is very significant visit. We want to find out what is happening, and then we'll go back and sit down and see what can be done to ensure that we have an opportunity every camping site in Accra, so that our MMDs will be able to visit and to keep our cities very clean, and also prevent us from getting any diseases as a result of this issue. So we are here this morning for the minister to listen to the engineers site, and then after that we'll do a zone visit up there and see what is happening, and then we'll take a decision on it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'd like to call on the engineer of the head of the waste management department at the Kpone Landfill to give us a briefing as to what is happening now currently and what are the problems.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Honorable Minister, Honorable Mayor, Chief Director, and colleagues gathered here. This particular site was acquired by TMA in 1996. It was closed because the World Bank supported the construction of an engineered landfill site about 1 kilometer downstream. And so we moved there. And we operated the landfill for 10 years. It was expected to work within 15 to 25 years. But it became the only fortune landfill for the whole of Greater Accra. And so it happened that when Insumia was closed down, it's directed that all MAs in Greater Accra would dump it. And so unfortunately, it did not last its lifespan. And we started also experiencing out of management pressure, fire outbreaks, and challenges with leachate overflows. And so we were directed to cap that site. Through the support of Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources, in 2019, the site was capped. And the emergency solution was for us to come back to this old site, which was covered for the meantime, but not fully exhausted. And so we opened up this place in 2019, and it's managed by Mercedes Waste Landfills Company Limited, with TMA as the oversight management. And through the time, the challenge has been that this whole enclave, which has about 7 MMAs, Ladma, Lekma, TMA, Kung, Sayostoku, Ashaman, all dump at this site because when you look around, there's no appropriate final disposal site in the vicinity or in the enclave. And so we have to host our sister MAs in this site for this period. Unfortunately, where we have gotten to is such that the design airspace of 16 meters has been exhausted. We are now getting to 24 and over. And frequent challenges has been the road to the top being irregular, and sometimes some of the cars having challenges, vehicles having challenges, and also leachate overflows. Because this site, the ground was not designed with the mats and the pipes. The leachate flows its own way, and so sometimes when it rains, when you come into the streets, you see our overflows. Our challenge has also been that the area has become small because the daily inflow is between 600 and 800 tons daily, which is quite huge for our size. And with that, pushing and covering becomes challenging. And so the neighboring, on the other eastern side, we have mass industries. On the northern side, we have Mohinani, that is Politan. On the left-hand side, you have seen someone has come to do a fuel station. So all these make us very constrained in working. And in turning around of vehicles at the top, also a challenge to us. And so for TMA as it stands, we are proposing that, if possible, some MAs could find other sites to go to dump, and it could be left with few, like 3, TMA possibly, Home, and Ashama. This is our immediate proposal, whilst we immediately look at an appropriate final disposal for this whole enclave, because critically, this site is serving a huge purpose. Although they are constrained, it is the only site available from Ningo to TMA, to Lekma. And so, thank you very much. I hope this has explained it well. And we hope that the ministry, with the mayors, our mayors here can support us to get an appropriate site and appropriate infrastructure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Permit me to use this opportunity to welcome you and thank you for your proactive engagement on this issue. I think it's important to note that all through the history of the landfill sites and all of that, at least by 2019, it became an emergency site, not a permanent site. But nothing has been done until your proactive engagement of this issue. And I must say it's timely. We're doing all of this in anticipation of a disaster.
you're not waiting until it actually happens before you visit us. So that is a sign that I think that we cannot afford to overlook. So once again, I want to thank you, and we know that with your direction and your oversight, this issue will be resolved for all of us. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes.